Hi writers! Today we're doing Argument Essay Session 4 using connotative language to paint a tone. We've done a lot with author's tone, um, but today I want to remind you that writers do things on purpose. You know that fiction writers choose their words on purpose to create a specific tone, but today we're reminded that nonfiction writers do that as well. Nonfiction writers make their case, advance their ideas, not just with evidence, but with specific language and comparisons they use. So today we're going to talk about word choice. Certain words have a certain connotation that is kind of like an idea or feeling behind it. The best example I can think of is one time with your goal setting sheet, I said, "What are the consequences for your good choices?" And a lot of kids were stumped by that because the word consequences has a negative connotation in a lot of kids' minds. They feel like it's a negative word when really the word just means the result of. So it would be the result of your good choices. But because in school so much we talk about, well, this is a consequence for your poor behavior, or this is a consequence, a natural consequence, because you didn't do your homework. So you guys think of it as a bad thing that happened. So in your brain, it has a negative connotation. Where a lot of writers use words with connotation that will make the reader feel one way or another about the subject just based off the word choice. So today I'm going to show you how we can do that. I'm going to give you a paragraph that has to do with this same role playing game that we keep reading about, the hijinks shootout article. And I'm going to give you the first paragraph, the original paragraph. You really can't tell one way or the other how the author feels just based off the paragraph. So here's the original paragraph. The kids from St. Anne's move across the 5 boroughs and beyond as they play this game. Some of the kids travel as far as Connecticut, the other kids to New Jersey. They gather information from other kids. They get parents to help. They involve cab drivers. These kids take this game seriously. You can't really tell one way or the other based off of that writing how the author feels about this game. Now I'm going to show you how this paragraph could be written, and we can insert words that have a negative connotation so it's very clear what position the author is taking. So this is the negative connotation of this paragraph. So the subversive kids from St. Anne's, or I'm sorry, the rebellious kids from St. Anne's roam across the 5 boroughs and beyond like wolves as they play this pack game. So the comparison to wolves gives you a negative connotation because wolves aren't exactly friendly in a pack. Some privileged kids travel as far as Connecticut. Again, the word privilege has a negative connotation in people's minds. They think of kind of like rich brats. And other well heeled kids to New Jersey. They gossip. Now we're replacing gather information from with the words gossip because gossip has a negative, people have a negative feeling about the word gossip. They gossip with other kids. They coerce parents. So coerce instead of get help from, coerce again sounds like they're manipulating, they're being bad. They bribe cab drivers. So we say they bribe cab drivers instead of involve cab drivers. And they take this ferocious game seriously. Ferocious being, that it's bad for you, that it can be really awful. So that is the negative connotation. Now let's say this paragraph is in an essay where we're saying that these role playing games are okay. So now listen to how I can change this into a positive using positive connotation. Okay, so the innovative kids from St. Anne's move courageously across the 5 boroughs and beyond as they play this ambitious game. So putting positive words in like innovative, courageously, and ambitious makes them sound smart, makes them sound daring, they're super cool. The next sentence says, some daring kids travel as far as Connecticut. See how using daring instead of privilege makes them sound like exciting and on the cutting edge as opposed to some rich brats that are playing a game. Other daring kids to New Jersey. They collaborate ingeniously with other kids. Instead of saying gather information or instead of saying gossip, they're saying collaborate, which people think of that collaboration as a positive interaction between others. They generously involve parents instead of coerce, instead of anything manipulative. It's generous for them and to involve parents because parents like to be involved in things like that. They befriend neighborhood cab drivers, so instead of bribe, they say befriend. These inventive and determined kids take this groundbreaking game seriously. So by after reading this paragraph, this is the best game ever. These kids are learning new skills. They're being friends with the community. They're getting parents involved. So this changes the same exact paragraph just through word choice into um, a positive thing to the readers. So I want you to go through your argument essay today and look at your word choice, and I want you to select some words that have either a positive or a negative connotation, depending on what you're talking about, and really use your word choice to persuade your readers one way or the other. I look forward to reading your writing.